To get the party started, the Jets' new kicker for 2019, Chandler Catanzaro. And off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
Yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. Now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound to surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah. What? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want
Coach, take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Buffalo Bills. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing is Jackson. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Jackson from the shotgun. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Here's Jones. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's Le'Veon Bell's first carry as a New York Jet. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold under pressure now. Darnold, and he goes down. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Darnold now to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Play action. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. That one was intended for John Brown, but it's going to be 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So after the run by McCoy, here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson, flushed out right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now Jackson on first down. Forced out to his left. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And the grab by Croft. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
They go back to the ground with McCoy. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Jackson will keep it, and he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Tyree Jackson with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bills are in for 6. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. A reminder, coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Now, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I want to get right back out there and get after them because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll take his shot for the end zone. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, 1st down. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Switch up, switch up.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A shotgun handoff now to Yeldon. Yeldon fighting. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson eluding the pressure right. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 14-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
57's the mic. Watch 57. All right. Here we go. Let's go, B. Let's go.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Jackson down. From the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
That's complete to Sterling. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here we go, son.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Red 80. 49.
To the air again, Darnold. He's going to wind up and air it out. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for Robbie Anderson. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
49.
Throwing again is Darnold. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, baby.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The second half starts with a carry by Bell. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Going to throw right side here. Complete. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Quincy Anoon with the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Mine's 49. All day, punk.
Now it's Darnold. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He's brought down by Micah Hyde. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Back to throw, Darnold. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while. To have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Fresh off the pick six, it's Darnold. He's got Anderson right side. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down now, it's Bell. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Mike, 49.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. And a hit turned it over the middle. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and...
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
It's just me and you.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Tackle made there by Matt Milano. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop his...
And he's in! Touchdown, Jets! 7 yards on the touchdown run. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. An update now, they've gone final in Jacksonville. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Again, it's McCoy. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop him with 14 seconds to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now they'll try and run the sweep to McCoy. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Bills, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.